And one student is joining right now. Okay, so I really don't have too much to say. I'm gonna let John talk about our new program. After John finishes, and I can talk about the easy, simple rollover admissions process. And while we are talking, feel free to interrupt us, interrupt John. If you have any questions, you can also type in the chat and then we can pose or we save the questions to the end. Is that good with everyone?
Yep.
Okay, good. And John, you can take it over.
All right, great. Thanks, man. So it's good to see a lot of you guys again. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Working in the HVAC field, hopefully. So at Ben Franklin here, we have a new course that's coming out and it starts in September. And you guys are in luck because you're pretty much halfway through the course already and you don't even know it. And that's because you've already taken the HVAC course. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit about what this new course is and about how you can get into it and what a career would be like inside doing this. So I'll just get right to it. Has anyone ever heard of building automation or building energy management? We may have heard about it.
Yes.
Going through our course. Awesome.
Yes, yes, John. Remember, I asked you about the same course when we are still there.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that HVAC is just kind of riding around in a truck and working out of a van and stuff like that. But there's so much more to HVAC and so many other opportunities, depending on what kind of person you are and what you're into. So what we're going to talk about tonight is really for somebody who's more interested in like the computer and the technology side of HVAC. The easiest way I can describe it is, for your house, they have Nest thermostats. You guys have heard of the Nest thermostat?
Yes.
So the Nest thermostat is a Wi-Fi thermostat that allows you to turn your heat on, turn the AC on from anywhere in the world, as long as you have cell phone service using an app, things like that. So it can tell you the temperature of your house, the current temperature inside and outside of your house, tell you the weather at your house, all kinds of fun stuff. I have one in my own house. It works great. I don't have a Nest. Nests are horrible, but most people know what they are. So what this is if you had a commercial building, which of course Boston has a ton of them, so many of them, building automation and energy management is kind of like having that Nest thermostat within a building. So people who own the building and are running the building, they can see the temperatures of every room. They can see what the HVAC system is doing. They can see what the lighting is doing, the electricity, what's using.
The humidity, all of that. I think that's
Humidity.
what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
So much stuff. So I put together a little PowerPoint that's going to kind of walk us through here. And
air handlers too.
Hey, Min, can you unlock the sharing so I can share my screen?
I made you the co-host. They should be able to share.
It's not. It says host disabled screen.
Then I'm gonna make you the host. Oh, sorry. I made who's that Zoom user the co-host by mistake.
Oh, that's me. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, you want to do the PowerPoint for us?
How can I take it off?
No,
That's right, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh. All right, so the new course we're starting in September is called Building Energy Management, otherwise known as Building Automation, right? So this is a smart building. So if you're interested in what it is, so it's actually the energy management refers to the integration of technology systems to control and manage various functions inside of a building. So things like lighting, comfort, HVAC equipment, pumps, hot water, cold water, chilled water, heating, hot water, alarm systems, security, pretty much everything. Fire systems is going to be included with building energy management. So the whole idea is to make buildings efficient, comfortable, and safe while cutting down on how much energy that a building uses. So it involves the use of, sensors for rooms, monitoring temperature sensors, or water lines, monitoring those temperatures, different controllers that are going to actuate dampers for airflow, so we can cut or speed up or slow down airflow to certain rooms. A lot of software involved to be able to monitor all these things in one easy to use, like kind of an app for a computer. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to control lighting, security, and a bunch more, like fire systems, stuff like that. And let's, like, one person at a computer be able to see the whole building and how it's running with the lighting, security, all that stuff. So just some of the ideas, some of the things that you would be looking at, and this job, we'll talk about like what kind of job opportunities there are in this field, but these are some of the things that you would be looking at. Like I was saying, fire detection and fire alarms, security, you got indoor, heating and cooling systems, wastewater management, indoor air quality, smoke, lighting, elevator systems. All of that stuff is included and is available to someone sitting at a computer monitoring all these systems. So not even getting dirty sometimes. But so the whole idea and the benefits of energy management is to make buildings energy efficient, and automation systems to optimize energy usage, leading to reduced costs and environmental impacts. So with a big push nowadays for everything to be green and use less, energy and things like that, people who own these buildings, or the companies that own these buildings, they don't want to spend money they don't have to spend. So they usually try to make them as efficient as possible. So that increases comfort for the people who are working in the buildings. It's very important. A lot of these people get paid a lot of money. It could be a pharmaceutical building where they're doing testing, anything like that. Around here in Boston, it's usually a lot of lab and office buildings. And you can monitor a building from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. You can log in and be able to see what's happening inside of the building. And when something breaks, this is one of the benefits of it, is if an HVAC system goes down, an air handler goes down, or something like that, it'll send an alert immediately. As soon as the air temperature rises or anything like that, would send an alert to automations technician or building management person, and they would receive that alert and then dispatch people out. So you would like send, for instance, if the HVAC system went out, you would send a technician and go up and look at the air handler and see what's going on and go from there. Here's an example of what some of those interfaces look like. So this is for a hot water system. This would be like inside of a building. You can see the different boilers here. Boilers are off. You can see the pressures. You can see which pump is on. So it looks like pump number 9 is running right here in the middle. This boiler is also running. It shows me the supply temperature of the boiler, mixing valves, primary loop temperatures, all that stuff. So you can also see on the left, you get different air handler units, air handler 1, 2, you get the hot water, chilled water, radiant flooring. You can look at the electrical meters and see what the power draw is.
Hey,
So,
John,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but can you look at my screen right now and tell me if it's something kind of like, give me a second.
Yeah, structureware. That's one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah, so okay.
So you're doing that now?
Yes, sir. This is kind of like the hot water system of the entire,
Yeah, look at that. Perfect. That's your
let me
tempered
pass it to you.
glycol.
I've been working with Continue.
What's that?
No, I've been working with Continuing.
Oh,
software.
Continuum? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all
so-
different companies. There's many. There's Schneider, Andover, Continuum, Structureware, Carrier. There's a bunch of them.
Tritium, which I've never worked with, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So this would be an associate's degree for you in that field, and coming out with this different certifications and having this associate's degree is going to get you a bump in pay for sure.
Nice.
Well, yeah, because when I graduated your course last year, my first job offer was $37.45 for Serum.
That's awesome.
But I one day I'll tell you personally why I couldn't get the job, but it wasn't because I wasn't ready to work. It was other stuff. But
Yeah.
and that's before this course right here. So I'm feeling real confident.
Are you working now?
Yeah, I'm working.
Great.
I'm working with well, I'm apping right now, so
Yeah, so $37 an hour, that's great. Renault's excited when you said that. He's asking 37 an hour.
yeah.
Yeah, the money's going up. They need to raise. They're starting to pay people more because there's a huge demand for people like us right now because we're hard to find. You can't just come off the street and do this stuff. You could, but it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to be very frustrating. Going to college for it, you're going to be in a lot better shape than if you just came in off the street.
On the chart. Oh yeah.
So, applications of building energy management. You got automation controls for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, lighting systems, security, alarm systems, energy management. Here's another graphic of what it looks like. We're looking at an air handler right here. So you'll be able to see the actual parts, what's running, the temperatures that are there, and everything that's going on.
That's really advanced.
Yeah, this looks like it's from Carrier. Carrier is pretty good with their graphics. They got some pretty cool graphics.
Yeah.
But you're also controlling, when people are in the building. Maybe everybody leaves the building at 5 o'clock. You can set schedules, and you have occupied and unoccupied times for the building, so you can change temperatures according to when people are there. You can also, like this graphic is showing you the trend. Outside air temp versus the temperature of the zone whatever zone that you're looking at. So you would be able to adjust things here, like open valves, change dampers, change valves and everything, and see what everything's doing. So what are the different kind of opportunities, different kind of jobs within this building energy management course? Well, after you complete this program, which, like I said, you guys are already halfway through, and we'll talk about the credits and everything later. But some of the different jobs: building automation engineer, design, develop, and implement automation systems. A systems integrator, which means you're going to integrate various components and systems and make sure they operate properly. If a building switches from Structureware maybe to Carrier, being able to switch everything over. You can be an energy manager, optimize energy efficiency and implement sustainable initiatives. A project manager, it's definitely would be a goal. Sales and marketing, and there's a lot of tech support. A lot of people needed for tech support. Here's an example of a guy sitting here looking at different computers, monitoring different systems, weather, all kinds of stuff within a building. Salary range. So just to let you know that these salaries do vary based on experience, location, and obviously the organizations. But a building automation engineer, 65 to 110 a year. That's right on the money. 65, obviously the lower end. Systems integrator, bringing new systems online and things like that, 60 to 95 a year. Energy manager, 70 to 120. Project manager, 75 to $130,000 a year.
That's the one we want.
What?
That's the one we want.
Yeah, we want the most money, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm looking at. More money, more problems.
You apply for that project manager position, they're gonna want some experience, and they're also gonna want you have some kind of a degree within this field and have a little bit of experience. So you might come in as a engineer, right? Still making great money. 65 would be like, you know, down south or something. Up here, you know, there's a lot of money up north where we are. I would say you could expect to be making right around the 80s as an entry level.
Not bad.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great career. And it's very tech, like if you're into computers and technology and stuff, and you know, just to say that we're just kind of at the beginning of this stuff. You know, we have things coming out like artificial intelligence and things like that, that still you're not going to lose your job to artificial intelligence. It's just, you know, new inventions coming out, new technology coming out for this stuff. It's still kind of a newer field. You know, automation is really, it's been out for maybe 10, 15, 20 years, but it was very, very primitive. You know, it was very basic at the beginning. And we're just now getting into systems that are, you know, advanced and can really do some damage when it comes to these different buildings and everything, and how well we can control it, and how much precision we have in controlling things. Skills required. So obviously you have to have some kind of a knowledge of automation systems. Coming into this course, you don't need, that's what we're going to teach you, right? So you don't need to have that coming into the course. An understanding of sensors, controllers, actuators, and software, because you kind of have two ends to this. There's the guy sitting at the computer that makes changes, but then you have the hardware. Just like a computer, you have the software and you have the hardware, which is the actual valves that are opening and closing, air dampers that are opening and closing, and the small motors called actuators that control those. So there is like a hands-on approach to it, but you know, it's not like you're changing out pumps and getting greasy and stuff like that. It's a very clean job. You're usually going on site to, you know, say, look at an air handler, and you're there and you're changing sensors, things like that. You know, a toolkit for an automation systems technician is going to be like, you know, screwdrivers, multimeter, stuff like that, and a laptop. So you need a laptop in your tool bag. Engineering and technical skills. So you should have some expertise in electrical, and you guys are already alumni, so you've gone through our basic electrical section of our course. So you have that going for you. Some mechanical skills. If you're working in the HVAC field right now, turning wrenches, obviously you're going to have some mechanical aptitude doing that. Any software engineering, things like that. That's going to help knowing how to use a computer. Programming skills, proficiency in programming languages like C++, Python, Java for systems configuration and customization. Ability to work with cross-functional teams and communicate different ideas and solutions. That's pretty generic for pretty much any job. And problem solving. Being able to figure out, you know, why is this sensor reading this temperature? It's be a bad sensor. Excuse me, I've been talking all day. So this guy right here is working on a control board inside. You see, you got some contactors there, some relays. Excuse me. Education, training. So degrees, Engineering disciplines such as electrical, HVAC, or computer science are common for building automation careers. There are certifications for this industry, like Certified Energy Manager or Certified Building Automation Professional, a CBAP. So those are just going to look way better on your resume for trying to, you know, get into a company. And obviously you want to always be learning, keeping up to date with technology and trends, things like that. Usually when you get on with a company, they'll send you to, you know, classes and workshops and stuff just to make you better. Things are always growing. People are always coming out with new inventions for building automation. Artificial intelligence is starting to come out with algorithms that can optimize energy consumption, automate decision-making processes, things like that. Sustainable solutions. And, you know, pretty soon we're going to be having smart cities. You know, we're not too far away from things like that, where building automation is going to be running, you know, pretty much everything within a city. One company that I really like, and this is a worldwide company with about 140,000 employees, Schneider Electric. Schneider also has their own interface, just like Structureware and Carrier. There's also Schneider. We have a good relationship with Schneider, and you know, we want to start sending people there, and they have internships. They're willing to take people on paid internships and you know, hire people, because everybody needs HVAC and building automation people right now. It's a very hot career, and this is kind of the leading edge of HVAC, right? So this is things that are just starting to get real popular. But now is a great time because a lot of people don't know about this even as a job. People don't even think about that this is even a career that they could get into. So you guys, even just being in this meeting right now, are kind of a step ahead of a lot of people. So you saw how much money you can make in some of these jobs. There's people that don't even know about this, don't even know that it exists. And, you know, you could be some of the first people to be in. And Schneider Electric is a great company to work for. Like I said, they're global. I got this off of their website. So they're a legit company. They're everywhere. And talk
Can I
about,
say something, John?
yeah.
You know me, I was always doing some pre-research before I decided to go through this course. So, but when I got out of the first class with you, I did a lot of applications. I put in a lot of applications everywhere. And so there is like opportunity in remote places like Antarctica as well. If you, you know, like they got I don't know if you want to go, like there's contracting where you go out for like 4 to 6 months, room and board paid for. I just wanted to throw that in because like people, just to open up people's window, you know, like there's a lot of opportunities, like
absolutely. My very first experience with building automation was I worked for a company and we took care of the Old Navy's, all the clothing stores. And they called me and they said, John, we got to call it Old Navy. And I forget what it was, denim or something. And they said, yeah, one of the belts fell off of one of the over the rooftop unit. And I was like, how do you know that the belt fell off? Well, it has sensors and everything on it. And the person who called it in was out in like Iowa or something, like Ohio. And they saw and figured out from building automation that the fan was running, but no air was moving. So pretty easy to figure out that the belt's probably broken. So I was like, how does somebody in Ohio know that the Old Navy in Dedham, the belt fell off the rooftop unit? You know, I was amazed by it. So you could just be sitting at your house working from home, monitoring a building, checking to see if temperatures are fluctuating, anything like that, and just be dispatching people. So this person just called the local company, and you know, I happened to be the guy that went out there and fixed it. They were right. It was the belt, but I remember just being amazed. This was back in like 2007 or 8. So it's that long ago, and people still don't know. Like, I'm sure a lot of your friends have no idea that this is even a job that you can make $130,000 a year. So, I mean, you could sit at home, work from home, and be in charge of a building that's not even in your state. Pretty cool stuff.
Sounds good. I'm like really excited.
So how do you get into it? Well, you guys already took the first step by taking our HVAC program. So in order to get an associate's degree, you need 60 college credits, right? So when you guys graduated from the HVAC course, you got 28 credits for college credits that are, you can roll into the 60 credits that you need. So you basically, instead of doing 2 years, you've already done 1 year, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So you don't have to do 1 more year of classes for building automation, and then you would have an associate's degree in building energy management, which is the same thing. So you're already like halfway there. That's the cool part. So how else would you get in the field? Well, you want to get education, obviously, and just like anything, and you guys that know me and had me as a teacher, you want to get as many certifications as you can. Luckily in HVAC, there's tons of them. And this is just, you know, one of the areas that you can get more certifications in. You want to try to get into internships. And like I said, we have a great relationship with Schneider Electric. They're offering $2,000 towards this, towards you taking this if you apply. And then they'll also offer you an internship once you're finished. But no matter what, you always want to be networking with people, talking to different people in the field and seeing what's available to you. You want to try to stay updated with new technologies and stuff like that. And you just want to keep getting better, right? You just want to keep getting those certifications, keep bettering yourself, because the better you are, the more money you're going to get paid, the more you're worth, right? And people will pay for you because they have, you know, just talking about a pharmaceutical company, these people have millions and millions and millions of dollars invested in whatever they're trying to do, and they can't have you know, HVAC systems failing or not working. Sometimes temperatures are critical in certain areas of a building, like computer rooms, things like that. So they'd rather pay you a lot of money and make sure and feel better about having you there to make sure that their building runs nice and smoothly than lose millions of dollars.
Yeah, every time we're on a run over here and something goes bad, it's like 700,000, $1 million, like in less than 20 minutes, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So just conclusion, this is a rapidly growing field, and you guys have, like, you know, kind of the first shot at it, at getting into it, because a lot, like I was saying, a lot of people don't know about it. You can help out with energy efficiency, comfort, and by getting the right skills, you can, you know, get a career in this.
Oh, where's the class gonna be at, John?
Here at the school, and it's not the schedule like how HVAC was. It's going to be like, okay, you're going to take, you know, DC circuits from 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 on a Wednesday. So it's not how like HVAC was scheduled. It's how like a college is scheduled. It's like college hours. So you might only have 2-3 classes a week, and they're only about 2-3 hours a day.
So I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to let you guys know, we know like our alumni and are working, most of you. And so the class is actually at night. And it's more late, like before the HVAC is like 4 to 10. Now we put it to 5:30 to 10. So to fit your work schedule. And then because this is degree program, you need to pick up a math English. In HVAC, it's certificate, you didn't take any math English, so now you do need. If you like had college credits before, but when you did the HVAC, since there's no extra credits, you didn't submit college transcript, now you should submit, because then you don't need to take math English anymore. Yes, so we plan for our alumni, you will have 3 semesters to go. So at night, to complete the associate degree.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no morning classes, only night?
I think the program is designed for evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my question because I work in the evening. So I guess,
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna ask that if there was anything like in the morning that we could, go to or anything.
For this
Morning
fall, the
time.
schedule I got is evening, Monday to Thursday, 5:30 to 10, and then the math English is online. Actually, the tech.
So the trigonometry math is online. That's all. That's what I'm worried about.
Math English general education courses are online.
Okay. But the actual hands-on courses is at night.
Yes.
When are we gonna get the schedule?
So I know you are accepted the deposits, and I don't have the file open. I can check for you tomorrow morning. As soon as your financial aid is done, you can register. Since LeSean asked, he applied, accepted. I can talk very briefly about how to enroll, because it's very easy. You are already in the college system. So we call it rollover from HVAC to building energy management. So there are 2 things you need to do. One is you do have to go online to apply as previous BFIT student. So that will trigger the note to admission knows you're already in the system. So you can be accepted right away because we have your transcript in the system. And then for financial aid, if you plan to apply for financial aid, you need to do the new FAFSA. So these are only 2 things. And I'm sorry, LeSean, I didn't get the permission from the college. For our alumni who wants to do this program, we can waive your deposit. But before you did that, I didn't get the permission yet. So for you, 2 things: apply, do FAFSA. Once you complete the FAFSA, get awards, you can register. And like I mentioned, we didn't enforce you have to submit college transcript for HVAC, but now if you had a previous college record credits, you should do a submit. Good question. Is it going to be free and we qualify the Boston City program? Oh, okay, good question. Bruno, you're asking the tuition free, right? TFCC. If you're city Boston resident, there's a tuition free community college plan. Unfortunately, as private college, we only have 25 spots for associate degree students. It's already full. And also July 1st is the last day. I don't think anyone in that 25 pool will give up their spot, but we have scholarship specifically just for this program. Like John mentioned, the Snyder, I met with them. I also emailed them. LeSean probably was in my email list. I keep pushing, say, hey, Schneider has scholarship for us just specifically for HVAC and building energy management. So scholarship from Schneider. We also have green job and a good job. 2 types of scholarships specifically for the majors, the programs in clean tech. So students you still need to do your FAFSA, but there's no, you don't need to do essay or do anything else. Financial aid office will just look at your FAFSA and award you with the scholarship. And they are aware the TFCC is gone. I remember only 1 student from HVAC got it because he did it pretty early. What's the cost of the program? Okay, the cost of the program is still the same. The tuition fee, same as HVAC. Tuition is $18,300 before FAFSA money, before financial aid. And then there's also tech fee. Technology fee is $600 per year, $300 per semester. And of course, you have to prepare some money for textbooks. Oh, I don't know whether we have any Somerville residents. So for Somerville residents, we also have scholarship from one foundation. They're pretty generous. HVAC or building energy management, it's up to $10,000.
So for the ones that cannot do it on the evening, we don't have a choice. Basically, we cannot join the program.
I think John and I can bring the feedback to the college, because when they designed the course, we were just thinking, oh, our alumni are working. And so we try to work for your schedule. If we do have like, okay, say 10 students want to do a day program, why don't we run a day session too, right?
That'd be great. I mean, if there's something in the morning, I will join right away.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's your working hours again?
From 2 to 10:30 right now.
Oh, okay.
2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
So you needed that like 8 to 2:30 kind of schedule, like the HVAC day program.
Yeah, we need something in the morning, like from 8 to 12, 1, 2, or whatever, you know.
If you just half day, it will be hard, because you still need to complete 5 courses unless you have transfer credits. But then, yeah, 2 days for general education course, which you can do online. We will bring the feedback to the college, tell academic office.
Yeah, that'd be great, because I mean, I bet most of us that started this new trade basically have only evenings, because most of the older generations, they have mornings because of their seniority, you know.
Oh, makes sense, yes.
Yep.
Good feedback. Let me try how much. I'm gonna type here. So the tuition fee is around 18,300 before any financial aid. So anyone who's your citizen or permanent resident are eligible for FAFSA. So you should do FAFSA. Our scholarship is need-based, so that's why you have to ask of us to consider it for scholarship. Except the Schneider one, they are separate. They're outside scholarship. They have separate application.
Also, if you're working for a company right now, sometimes the company will pay for you to go to school. So that could be something you could look into as well.
Yeah, tuition reimbursement.
Yeah. I always try to use somebody else's money. That's what I say.
Yeah, I believe my job will pay for my school if I go to school, because we have to deal with all of that over here, to be honest.
Yeah, let them pay for it.
Any other question? I'm the one who texted you and emailed you, so you should have my contact. Later, if you have any question or you want to check whether the day session will open, just check with me. Any other questions?
I have a question. So if people are interested and want more info, what should they do?
Say that again.
If people are interested and they want more info
Yeah.
on the class and everything, what should they do?
So the best way is to just send me an email. Hold on, let me put it on.
Just send you an email?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, send me email. I will find the answer for you. So my name is Ming, and I worked in this college forever. I probably worked with you, or you know me. And we are rolling enrollments. So the new semester starts September 5th. Of course, admissions and financial aid especially still takes time. Scholarship stuff. If you are considering starting September, apply early. Once you apply, you will have assigned an admissions counselor to work with you. but I'm happy to work with anyone. I've already sent we have current HVAC still who are graduating in August, and they are registered. I was like, Molly, register. So you're already part of the family. And LaShawn, I will check your case tomorrow. Okay. If you don't have questions, we saved 13 minutes. You can get back to like you're working or get back to dinner, get back to your family. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Thank
Nice
you.
seeing you guys. See you,
Nice
John.
seeing you.
Thank you.
Nice to
Thank
see all
you.
you guys. Good luck. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay.
All right, I'll be texting you, John, to see more about this.
Sure.
All right, thank you.